Hi, this is Georgina Villasenor Lee. Welcome to my Week 2 multimedia presentation as we discuss public administration theories today. My presentation will cover a modern-day example with my employer, Riverside Community College District, and we will take a look at a situation and apply two theories. And then I will cover concepts today, one that I believe still holds true and one that needs to be updated. So the modern day example I have applies to my field, human resources, and of course in public administration. I've had the opportunity to really observe a newer manager who has been with the district about 2 years, and have noticed some of the successes and some of the challenges she's had in her role. A majority of the department staff reports to her, including recruiters. And in her role, she is tasked with aligning processes with not only employment laws, state-wide, but also education code and also collective bargaining agreements. So in doing so, she has decided to kind of reassign some tasks. So recruitments were typically spread between 4 staff members, and then it went down to 2. So she went with this more specialized type of function. Now we are in the middle of a golden handshake where a lot of people, we're now in phase 2, where people will be retiring effective June 30th. And our chancellor has allowed for positions to be filled as soon as these employees submit their retirement letters. So in doing that, there have been some challenges with workload and some frustrations expressed by the colleges and departments in terms of how fast these positions are being filled. So we see that the human resources manager has been tasked with obviously looking at her employees' tasks and breaking them up. She did so in a tailor way, in that she didn't really ask for feedback, my understanding is. So one of the areas that I see there is that in order for these types of changes to take place, I think it is more effective to do so in a collaborative approach, as per Mary Parker Follett's theory. So some of the feedback I've received from staff is that they become very frustrated. They've been doing this for years. It's not so much that there's pushback from change, but it's more so that these staff members are frontline and they really truly understand the needs of the colleges and the departments out there. Whereas our manager is not frontline. She's more so at the district office physically and not as involved, to where maybe receiving feedback from the departments and the colleges directly might be helpful, let alone from the subject matter experts themselves. So this is my modern day example. So some of the concepts today, one that I believe holds true is bureaucracy. I know it has typically a negative connotation and it's associated with slow and inefficiency when it comes to government, but I believe public administration has since evolved, and with the use of technology, understanding the demands of the public, and the public's demand for transparency as well, has really taken away some of that negative connotation when it comes to bureaucracy. It might be because of the profession that I'm in, but I really believe that having structure um, really leads to consistency, fairness when you're processing things or just dealing with employees, really making sure that there's fairness across the board. Um, So when it comes to bureaucracy, I believe this is something that still holds true today and is important. And one concept I believe needs to be updated and is not true, as we've learned, is the Wilson's dichotomy, the separation between, or the distinction between politics and public administration, and how there really shouldn't be overlap. But the reality is, as public administration has evolved, is that there is overlap. Um, from a practical sense, I saw this firsthand when I started working in higher education, and it was kind of a shock because I can see how this can also lead to inefficiencies in public administration. Where I am now, we have a governing board that approves all of our personnel actions, such as appointments and terminations, transfers. So it really adds time to the recruitment process when you're trying to bring someone on. They really can't come on until they've cleared their background and have been approved by the board. It's very rare that the board will not approve appointments, but nonetheless, it's a prime example of how this concept no longer holds true. Thank you for checking my presentation out, and I hope you have a blessed day.